This is the instructions for the traditional paper-based game of dots. First thing you do is go to the applications menu and
dots.
Launch the application by right-clicking into it. It has two menu items, Start Game and Help. So we'll go into Start Game, just right-click and right-tap into that.
Draw a button labeled New, or just write New, then double tap.
So we'll draw a button labeled New. Double tap.
Draw a button labeled Add, or just write Add, then double tap.
So we'll draw a button labeled Add.
Draw a button labeled Subtract, or just write Subtract, then double tap.
So we'll write Subtract.
Enter the number of players, then double tap.
We'll just do a two-player game. So write 2. It says 2 players. We double tap.
Enter a player initial, then double tap.
Okay, here's where we enter the initials of the players. Let's have one player be C. Double tap.
Enter a player initial, then double tap.
And player 2, we'll have S. We'll double tap. Okay, now it asks us to draw the grid. The grid can be any size. We'll just draw some dots here. We'll do a couple rows. Okay, we'll just have that size grid. We'll double tap. And now it says begin play. So the players take turns drawing a single line. There's player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4. As you draw each line, it will click and it'll show the score, which currently is 0 for C and 0 for S. So I'll keep drawing. I don't recall exactly whose turn it is, but we'll get there. Alright, so we're now to the point that somebody's going to have to start completing squares. So let's say that's S. So now C has a square to complete. As soon as they complete a square, they write their initial inside. It's recognized, it says C scores, and now the score is C is 1, S is 0. So now it's S's turn. S scores, tied up. And I have happened to do a game here where it looks like it's going to be a draw. Alright, now let's say we made a mistake on the score. Maybe it didn't recognize the S or something. We can change the score by just hitting subtract. And it says tap player initial, so let's subtract 1 from S. And it goes down to S that's having 2 points. And we can likewise fix it the other way, clicking add and clicking S, and it's back to 3. So obviously you can cheat if you don't watch yourself, but it should generally work. And let's finish this up here in the final box. So we have C4 and S4, so this one ended in a tie. And that's basically the game. Then when you're finished, you can do one of two things for a new game. If you hit the number you typed here for the number of players, like that, it'll redo the same game with the same initials, so it'll have C and S playing in a two-player game again. And you can create a grid of a different size this time. It doesn't matter. And it'll continue. The other thing you can do is you can click on New.
Enter the number of players, then double tap.
And that will let you change the number of players, and you can pick up from that point. And that's it. Thank you.